Okay, and we're back. My cast of characters has changed a little bit. I've got my dog here instead of my cat. Gonna eat another Taki to sustain me through the rest of Odysseus' journey. When we left off, Odysseus was in the land of the dead. And he had just met up with Tiresias, the prophet. Tiresias says that the way for them to get home is going to take them past the island of the sun god in Thrinacia. And whatever they do, not to mess with the sun god's cows. At this point, none of the men want to be there anymore. And they run into Agamemnon, who was a buddy of Odysseus's, who says, "Man, Odysseus, you're alive. That's amazing. I'm dead. I'm dead because my wife killed me. She and her, new lover decided to take me out when I returned from the Trojan War. You should probably watch your back when you get home." This is not the first time that someone has suggested that Penelope has probably been unfaithful. So what Odysseus is hearing as he's going through the Mediterranean is that his wife, that he's working really hard to get home to, might not want him there. They leave the land of the dead and they sail back to Circe's island. They mourn Elpenor appropriately, and Circe takes a moment, pulls Odysseus aside and says, "Hey, these are the things that are coming up. You're going to have to pass the Sirens, you're going to have to deal with Scylla and Charybdis, and you're going to have to sail past the island of the sun god. Don't touch the cows on the island of the sun god." So they've gone from the land of the dead back to Circe's island. This time they leave, and as they leave, they go past the island of the Sirens. The Sirens are really important because their song can drive sailors crazy and cause them to be completely enchanted and starve to death listening to the song. Circe says, "No problem. Have your men put beeswax in their ears. They won't be able to hear. But if you want to hear, have them tie you to the mast of your ship, and then you can listen to this." Odysseus, because he's so extra, decides that he wants to hear. And so he gets tied to the mast and driven a little crazy by the Sirens. But they make it past this island of the Sirens okay. Next up is Scylla and Charybdis. And Scylla is a big six-headed monster. Charybdis is a monster that creates a whirlpool. And Odysseus is going to have to sail right in between them. And if you scale towards Scylla, you will lose 6 men off your ship. If you scale towards Charybdis, there's a chance that your entire ship's going to go down. Odysseus does not warn his men of the challenge. Just tells them to stay clear of Charybdis, thinking that he can thread the needle and get them through safely. While they're paying attention to the whirlpool that is Charybdis, though, Scylla's 6 heads drop down and grab 6 of his men, leaving the crew now at 187. After sailing past Scylla and Charybdis, they see the beautiful island of Thrinacia, the island of the sun god. Eurymachus wants to stop and says the men deserve a rest. And Odysseus says, no, we really shouldn't stop. These 2 different people have told me we shouldn't be here, so let's just keep going. And we're going to pause there for a sec. I'll be back with the conclusion to